Hi guys, welcome back to the DIY Cassidy. My name's Cassidy, and today I have for you a couple of really quick, really easy, and really inexpensive Dollar Tree crafts. These are dupes. I looked on World Market and Anthropology and kind of got inspired on what I could create. These are, like I said, quick. They're inexpensive because they're from the Dollar Tree, as well as it's only a couple of products. So without further ado, let me show you what I did, and I hope you try to recreate it for yourself too. So what you're going to need for this project is one of these small little shadow boxes from the Dollar Tree. They have tons of different styles with messages. None of that matters. Just pick up one or two depending on how many you want to make. I'm making two, so I grabbed two of them. And you will also need from the Dollar Tree some of their caulk, just the plain white kind. You'll use about half of a container per frame. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're buying. And other than that, that is all we need from the Dollar Tree. Also have a kind of drop cloth handy, and I lay down a little bit of wax paper to keep things clean. So to start, we want to peel back the backing. Just take it off and set it aside. We'll come back to that in a sec. As well as remove the paper. This is really cute paper. We're not using it for this project. I would just take it and put it with your craft supplies. And so now we're just left with the glass. I originally really wanted to keep the glass. I thought it made things look a bit more professional. However, this lettering does not come off to save my life. I tried acetone, I tried like Goo Gone, I tried tons of removers, and nothing worked. The only thing that worked was taking a knife and just very slowly etching it off. I got like half of a letter off of my other frame, and I just decided it absolutely was not worth my time that way. So instead, what we're gonna do is lay down your drop cloth. Go ahead and put your frame in. I put mine so the writing is up. And I just kind of draped my cloth over like this. If you are young, please have a parent help you with this. And now that it's covered, it's all the way kind of consumed, we're gonna crack it. And it feels good to crack it, just let out some of that frustration. Oh my gosh, okay, so crack it harder than I did because that didn't even break. Holy cow, these are sturdy. Let's see. Well, maybe you should just buy this product because that's not making a dent. Let me grab a different tool to try to crack it with. Okay, we switched to a spoon. If I had a hammer, I would use it, but I actually don't have a hammer with me right now, so we'll just kind of... It's not breaking! My other one broke so easy with the knife. This is bizarre. Okay, let's try it again. I'm gonna flip it around. There we go. I felt it break that time. Okay, well that's a little embarrassing. And just shake the glass out. Please be careful while doing this. And then just like that, all your glass is out of your frame. Gently wrap this near indestructible glass up and dispose of it. Okay, so now we have the empty frame and we have the backing of the frame. And what we're gonna do is, this is the back with the stickers. We're not even gonna touch that. We're just gonna work right here. And so take your caulk and, oops, got a little dried bit. Kind of get it going. Mine's halfway gone. And squeeze. Just keep it absolutely going. Just squeeze the rest of your bottle, or half of your bottle if you're starting from a new one, on. Okay, now that you have a ton on there, you're gonna take your finger, very scientific. You need a lot of talent to do this. And you're just going to start kind of rubbing it in. You want it to be relatively thick, nothing crazy, but relatively thick. Go ahead and cover that little black thing. And just kind of work it all the way around the square, including the corners. Don't worry about smoothness quite yet. We're just trying to get kind of an even layer over here. Get your edges good. The edges don't have to be perfect. The frame does cover it, but just kind of get over to the side as much as you can. Okay, there we go. And now I just start from one end of things and just try to smooth it out a little, almost creating like waves. You can wipe off some of the excess. Again, this does not have to be perfect. This is, you know, abstract art. It's supposed to look a little messy, intentionally messy, of course. Now that you have it nice and smoothed out, you're going to grab some type of combed item. You can literally get a comb. I'm probably going to use a head to like a shears, like what I cut Taylor's hair with, but feel free, play around with textures. The nice thing is caulking doesn't dry very fast, and so you do have some time. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of start, I guess. If I don't like it, I can always redo it. So I'm actually gonna start about here. And gently drag down. See, I think I actually need a little bit more of this because I didn't get as even of a line as I wanted to. So let's just kind of work that back out. Okay, try again. All right, so I'm gonna buff this out again and just keep working until I have a pattern that I like. All right, so I got a pattern that I liked, and I'm just kind of smoothing out like the literal edges just to make sure it's gonna fit back into the frame. I decided with this, just the more simple, the better. With such a small plaque, I think these are only 4x4. So just kind of fixing up any little bits that I think need a little bit more help with my finger. And just like that, I'm gonna set it aside and we're gonna wait for it to dry. Give it about a good hour to dry. So once you've let it dry for about an hour, it'll still be a little bit, I mean, it'll be soft to the touch, still a little bit tacky. However, when you, you know, gently touch it, nothing's coming back up with it. So at this point, I would recommend going ahead and inserting it back into your frame, and then just letting it finish drying from there. Just kind of aim, press it in just like it was before, close your little clasps on each side. There you have your framed work. And then just set it aside. You can set it wherever you want it and just let it finish drying for, you know, another day or so. The caulk is so thick it's gonna take a little while, but that is that finished project. All right, for our next project, you are going to need a glass vase. I picked this up at the Dollar Tree. You could use one that you already have, or go ahead and thrift one if you want a different shape. I just like the simple cylinder of it. I also went to Hobby Lobby and I picked up alcohol ink. This is in a pad form. You can get the liquid kind already. I just wanted to use this because it was the best color for what I need in my home. The color I'm using is called Pine Needles. This is about $6 at Hobby Lobby, but you can use your 40% off coupon, and that brings it down to around, you know, $3 and some change. As well as you're going to need some type of like a foam brush and some water. I'm just using some out of a water bottle. So I poured a little bit of water into just the lid of my whatever you call this, ink, and I'm just gonna dip a little bit in, and I kind of want to do like an ombre effect. I want it to be darker on the bottom and kind of fade lighter up at the top. So I'm just gonna start by getting this little wet. I'm gonna test it a little bit here. There we go. See how much I need. See how, and maybe I'm just gonna go right in here. Okay, yeah, I like how that's looking. So I'm actually just rubbing it directly on, and then I'm gonna take my brush and maybe kind of dilute it out a little bit. See how I'm doing that? Raising some of it up a little bit, not too much. You're really just painting. You're just kind of having fun, doing what looks good to you. There's absolutely no right or wrong. The more, I guess, organic this looks, I think the cooler it's gonna look. And just keep playing around with it. Add some more color. Like I said, I want mine darker at the bottom, so I'm gonna add some more color and kind of dilute it a little bit more and just kind of play around with it until I get something I like. All right, so I have it kind of nice and ombre, just the way I want it, as dark as I want it on the bottom. You can see my fingers through the glass. So I'm gonna set this one aside to dry, and I'm gonna do my second one. So once I had the green painted on, I just wanted to make it a little bit more high end. So I'm taking just a little bit of gold leaf paint that I already had on hand. You can find this at any craft store. I believe I got mine at Hobby Lobby. And I'm just really carefully painting the top rim all the way around both of my pieces. Alright guys, and just like that, you have some really cute and really affordable Dollar Tree DIYs. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. It means so much. And let me know in the comments below if you're going to try to do any of these. I love how customizable they are and how therapeutic it is. Really, anyone can do it. You don't need a lot of skill. If you like this video, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next DIY.